You're watching Slingshot the Podcast, the misunderstood voice, the culture's power. And today's episode is entitled, Somebody's Watching Me. Somebody's watching me. Mm-hmm. That's Rockwell.
Rockwell. I always feel like... Yeah, that John.
That's right.
Yeah.
1983.
Sheesh.
Look, we were still in elementary school.
I know, right? 83. Wow.
1983.
I can't remember 83.
Yeah. Rockwell. You know, Rockwell's a Motown record artist.
Mm-hmm.
And as I'm reading, Berry Gordy's son,
Yeah.
one of Berry Gordy's children.
Wow. He probably have a couple we don't know about.
And Rockwell was blessed to have both Michael Jackson and Jermaine Jackson sing the chorus on this hook, on this jam here.
Yeah.
All right, you know what's up next. You got the lyrics.
All right, no doubt. Let's start from one of the verses. Yeah. I don't know anymore. And the neighbors watching me. It goes, well, is the mailman watching me? And I don't feel safe anymore. Oh, what a mess. I wonder who's watching me now. Who? The IRS. Then it goes into, I always feel like somebody's watching me. Everybody know that jam.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, I love that song. Man.
Yeah.
You can't. And we knew it was Michael Jackson. I vaguely remember that was a thing.
Yeah.
That he was on there. I can't remember about Jermaine, but I vaguely remember that. And, Mike got a distinctive voice. So Mike is... Khadija, I'm going to let you finish, but Michael Jackson is the greatest of all time.
Greatest of all time.
Yeah, no rap.
Yeah.
Jeez.
As we were preparing for today's episode, we go through these lyrics and we, research, who it is that's singing these songs. Yeah. And, we're listening and we're like, this sounds like this could be Thriller, right?
Yeah.
What year did Thriller come out? Like 84? And so after this?
Yeah.
So it seems like this song was like the precursor for Thriller.
Mm-hmm.
Because it has that same melodic sound to it. Yeah, I don't think I even knew that this was somebody else's song. I must have thought this was a Michael Jackson song and somebody else was singing the words. Yeah. But this is actually Rockwell's song, and Michael Jackson is singing the chorus, and then Jermaine Jackson jumping in for some background vocals too. So shout out to Michael Jackson. If you're watching this, I think the Michael movie just came out within the last month. Curious of what you all thought. If you want to go into the comments and let us know, did you like the Michael Jackson movie? Did you think it was, what you wanted it to be? Did it live up to the hype?
Yeah.
Right.
What did you think? I want to know what you guys think of his nephew, because the nephew, an excellent job. He's getting like rave reviews. They saying that he actually studied this.
Yeah.
So that's great. That's great.
And he wasn't like into this until he had to like learn it. He finally got the role, and then he had to learn the dance and all the stuff. Yeah,
no doubt. It kind of looked like him too, so they didn't have to do too much. And I like that it's a legacy thing there. Like that's a true family. It's not an actor that I have an issue when you got actors casted as like the main roles of somebody, like some type of major role, especially if you didn't look into the family. And see if the family can at the very least have a cameo. But I believe that, who was it? The Bob Marley movie, that the family really liked the guy who played Bob Marley.
Oh, good.
So at the very least, if you get kind of like a nod from the family that, but I loved Bob Marley, man. Like the Marley, like I can listen. We had a conversation about if we driving from Philadelphia to Florida, can you listen? I could listen to Bob Marley.
You can listen the whole way?
I could listen to Marley the whole day, yeah.
Hey, shout out to my friend, Makeda Marley, Marley's daughter.
Oh, shout out. Okay. Yeah, you got to introduce us. Shout out to Makeda.
She lives in Pennsylvania.
What?
Yeah. Yes.
Oh, man.
Absolutely. Family friend, Makeda Marley.
Oh, wow. That's great.
Hope you're watching, Makeda. Tell us, is it the truth that y'all really get down?
Yeah.
Who was cast to play your dad? Yeah. Okay.
1982, Thriller.
Okay, so this was like right after. What year was this? I said 81, 82. This was 83. So this came out after Thriller. So they took some of that Thriller beats and put it on here, on this song. Yeah. All right. Well, what is this episode about today? Because we're stuck in Michael Jackson. You started talking about Michael Jackson. We could stay in Michael Jackson. So we're talking about somebody's watching me. Now, who is watching us? And who's protecting our privacy? That's the call.
Big Brother's watching us.
Who's watching us? Everyone's watching us
Yeah.
all the time. We're being
All the
watched
time.
all the time.
Yeah.
So I know that, you've got all the gadgets at home, I'm sure. You've got some
Yeah.
gadgets. You have a smartphone.
Yeah.
You have Alexa or you use Siri.
I got Alexa. Yeah.
She's listening in.
All the time. They actually did, don't quote me, right? But I know they did it in a new alert or a new update with the AI plug-in now. And so they updated all of their units. They sent it out, but you have to acknowledge and say, yes, you want to update it. I didn't update mine yet. They already were arguably watching everything anyway. With Alexa, they had pretty much got a black eye from the news because they didn't tell everyone all of this. They were watching or certain things that they were doing. Now that they got this AI update, that's pretty scary because if they were already doing certain things now, AI and Alexa, I'm kind of like, because it's always on. At the very least, on my phone, I know it's always on. But if I want to go to ChatGPT or Claude or anything, I have to take it out and use it, right? I can't just say, hey, Alexa. I mean, not Alexa. I'm just saying, as you could say, Alexa, and so it responds or whatever. But your phone, you had to take it out to actually use it, use the device. Alexa, hey, Alexa, and it opens up. I don't know. I'm on the fence to that. And I'm into all this AI stuff. Like, I'm such a geek when it comes to that. So I'm just nervous at that Alexa thing because of the reports that came out with it.
Well, I have Alexa in my home. I have not updated it. I will likely not sign anything new.
Yeah.
So what I have.
Did you see the alert, the AI
no.
alert? Oh, you'll probably get it shortly.
Yeah. All I know is that she goes off in my house every morning at 9:44. And she's supposed to be telling me the news. And she sends me frequently Fox News. So she must really not be paying attention to who I am. That's what she sends me to listen to. Yeah.
Fox. Out of all news, she sends you that.
Yeah.
Come on, Alexa, do better.
I know. All right. So it's listening in. Alexa's listening in. Our phones are listening in. How many times have you been looking to buy something? Like, I know I was looking to buy a couch at one point. And then the next thing you know, everything on my Facebook timeline is couches.
It's couches, yeah.
Yeah.
That's funny. Now that you say that, I'm going to pull up my timeline. Every time you talk about something, it hears you in it, and it finally came out. They used to deny it before, but now they are listening, and it happens, yeah.
So do you have any experiences of that, being on social media?
Absolutely. All the time, especially if you're someone who potentially shops a lot, especially when it comes to gear. You're always gear as it relates to video and cameras and things that you'll start to get tons of ads.
Well, the other thing are the Ring cameras. Do you have a Ring camera?
I do.
How would you feel of the police approached you and said something happened outside your house last night? Can we get a copy of your recording from your Ring? Would you just give it up?
If Miss Johnson was hurt or something like that, probably.
Yeah.
Probably if Miss Johnson was hurt. Otherwise, probably not. I probably wouldn't. I don't know. That's hard. That's hard. Because you had some good cops out there, and you want them to do the work that they need to do, but then you have some bad cops out there too that's looking to do something that's unbecoming of what a good cop is. So yeah.
All right, so it's not only trusting other technology, it's trusting other people who will use the technology.
That part.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, well, we're going to come right back. We're going to take a quick break. We're going to come right back, and we're going to talk about a little bit of this, about how we are as a society right now, just giving up our information freely. Yeah, just have it, take it, So we're going to come right back. We'll be joined by Charles Gregory, my co-host with the most, because he is the AI expert. So we're going to talk about how we're giving our information away and how artificial intelligence is soaking it all up. All right, we'll be right back. You're watching Slingshot the Podcast, the misunderstood voice, the culture's power, at New Millennium Multimedia Studios. Welcome back. You're watching Slingshot the Podcast, the misunderstood voice, the culture's power, And today's episode is entitled Somebody's Watching Me. This is based on the old hit, 1980s Rockwell, with some Michael Jackson lyrics in the background. So, Charles Gregory, we are talking today about people giving away their information freely. Just take it and give it away because they want a meme maker to make a picture of what they would look like if they were a Lego character or any type of caricature. So what's your thoughts here about people just willingly giving up all of their personal information?
Yeah, it's just happening. I think, whoever you want to point the finger at is making it very easy for people to be desensitized and giving up their information. You still have a lot of people that's very vigilant when it comes to their checks and balances when it comes to their information, but you have a lot of people that's just so easy to just give it away. Every time you download those apps, you're giving away your information, and some of it even say you agree for your information to be sold, that type of thing. And some people want to play the game so much they just be like, yeah, hurry up, click. We don't read anything anymore. You want to talk about soon as you get your iPhone, read those documents. For you to even open up an account, it's just something that we constantly do, and we don't even consider. We have this lingering thought in our heads, but we don't even consider it, because what we want it now, and we just want to get it over with before we read 1,000 pages of a warranty or something like that. Yeah, so it's just serious.
There's probably times in which we're not even recognizing we're giving away our data and our information.
Of course.
Like we go to the grocery store and we put in our rewards card number or whatever so we get the discounts. And then all of a sudden this grocery store knows everything that you're purchasing. And then they can go ahead and send you messages to say, time to purchase this. And last time you were here, you bought this.
Yep. They have scans in, I think it's Whole Foods right now. You wave your hand and you put your thumbprint or something like that. People are just giving away their information so easily, so quickly, and you just don't know. Yeah. Anytime you put your finger, your thumbprint anywhere, or your phone has all your information.
Your eyes, everything.
Your eyes, yep, absolutely. China actually are already kind of like ahead of the curve when it comes to like AI and digital visuals and things of that nature, where they ID you. Like everything is a camera, and your eyes, your face, visual recognition, your facial recognition stuff. They have that as you walk into the subway, and they're programmed to that, right? Right, wrong, I don't know, but the government already has all the information anyway, so it is what it is at this point.
I mean, how bad do you want to know what your stripper name would be? Right? Like how bad do you want to know what your stripper name would be? Because in order to find out what your stripper name would be, right, you got to tell them what street you used to live on. I think it was one of them. What street you used to live on when you were a child? What was the name of your first pet? Like, what's your favorite ice cream flavor? Yeah. Like all these answers, and then they want these answers because then what do they do with it?
Yeah, they're selling it. Yeah. Like they're selling all your information. I never understood why you need my third grade teacher's name.
Right.
Why? Mm-hmm. Right. And you don't put those pieces together, but everything kind of asks you a different question. What's your mother's maiden name?
Right.
Right. And that's supposed to be very personal. What's your mother's maiden name? Mm-hmm. What street did you grow on? Who was your first pet? Mm-hmm. I know a lot of this stuff sounds familiar. Who was your first pet? Mm-hmm. Your favorite teacher? What was your first? I don't know. Your first. They asked a couple things. What was your first car?
Right.
And all of this stuff is information that they can start stacking, and this person sells. Every other day you get an alert. Oh, we just want to inform you that we had a data breach and your information was, but don't worry about it. Mm-hmm. What you mean? Yes, it is time to
you change your password now.
That part.
Right.
And in these days, how many people change their passwords like every week?
No.
You don't. I mean, passwords are, first of all, they make you do a 20 number password that you have to try to remember. Then you forget it and set up another password, but you set up another password on your phone. Now you got one for your computer that's different because you changed that password. Now you got to get into your work computer, from your work computer to your car, to your car. I mean, this stuff is just,
Or you're like my parents to keep a book with all the passwords written in it.
So somebody can find that
that's
and take that. And,
take that.
Yeah, let alone if you into Bitcoin, right, or NFTs. That's another password. I mean, it's a string It's a string of passwords that you have to remember. It's just this. It's a lot. It's a lot on the individual. On the individual, and I get it. I definitely get it. I understand y'all pain. And it's just something that we just have to get used to because it's not going to get easier. Yeah. The only way to get easier is what we tend to jump into, which is more damaging to us because we always want it easy. So instead of typing in your passwords, we just want to show our face and it opens up our phone. So we made it easier, but they took more stuff from you. Now in a minute, you want to have to lick your phone. Now you got the saliva. It's crazy. All of this stuff is you're going to have to blow into something. Remember, what is it? When you go in for DUI, you blowing into stuff.
Yes.
Guess what? Yeah, a lot of that is your DNA. You smoke, you throw it on the ground, your DNA is on there. You drink, you did the crime or something. They collecting these cups that you just drunk. It's a lot of stuff that I have heard when it comes to technology and AI that will blow your mind.
So, we have parents around the same age, right? So I think it's really important to make sure that we are protecting the older folks out here.
Yeah.
For this technology is unbelievable to many of them and really not aware about what's going on. I just mentioned, I'm pretty sure my mom still has a book of passwords somewhere in the house.
Yeah.
What all her passwords are. For her AOL account, right?
Yeah.
And then also, if I'm going to go give up my favorite flavor of ice cream, if I'm going to mention the street I used to live on when I was growing up, and then I can use this information to get into your account.
That's right.
And I think it's not just older folks. It's like a lot of people who need to hear this message today.
Yeah.
Like think about it. If it sounds too good to be true, if it doesn't make any sense, please don't give up your information. We are just giving this information away.
Yeah.
You have any stories about people who've fallen for any of these scams and tricks out there?
I have. I know you have a story, but I mean, it's a few people that, especially when it comes to our elders, all the time you hear that they're getting scammed, from, in fact, I believe it was Bank of America that just put out an alert that people are sending you what looks to be a very similar to what Bank of America would send out in terms of an alert, right? Yeah. You respond to the alert and they say, your account has been compromised. In order for you to make sure that your money isn't taken, sign in here. Right. And you're like, oh my God. So you sign in, but you're actually giving them access to your stuff. Then it's another one where they're saying, okay, well, you have to buy, this card, this money card, so we can put your money on that card. So go out and get a card and you load money on there and then you give them access to it and they took your money. It's so many different things that's happening when it comes to bank. But the banks will always tell you, and if you're listening out there, always make sure that you go to the direct website.
Right.
If you still have any challenges or think it's something happening because someone called you, because remember, the banks will never call you like that, right? What they would do, or they'll never send you something to say log in. Right. They'll never send you something to say
your password.
Or give you your password. They'll never ask you that. Right. So they'll tell you to always go or call them directly and they can verify. And that's what I just recommend. Don't even at this point, don't even go online. Don't give them the number to call you and know the number, look on the back of your credit card, know the exact number to call, because even they do promotions like where you go to Google and you look up, say, for example, the first number to Bank of America, that's actually a scam.
Yeah.
Right. And they're buying ads on Google. And so they're giving you wrong numbers. So go to your credit card, look on the back of your credit card or your debit card. That's always the number directly to the bank. And I say always do, or just memorize it, but always do that.
Yeah, and look for the telltale signs. Like when you get these emails that are sent to you,
the
phishing emails. It's like click on it to find out what the email address is that's sending it to you. Where's it coming from? Because sometimes it's not gonna make a lot of sense.
Yeah.
Check for the spelling errors.
Spelling errors. Yeah.
Spelling errors are big and crucial.
Yeah. But they're doing things that they're getting way better. Like they'll do like Bank of America instead of like one A, they might put two A's, and you're not paying attention. And look, or the .coms, they might change it to .nets or .com with two M's or something like that. You really have to pay attention to how things are being spelled, and just be safe out there. We already broke out here.
Right. I was watching some documentary on Netflix not too long ago about women that were being scammed by men. You know, like pursuing relationships with these men, and they're really not real.
Catfished. Yeah,
Catfishing.
Catfish, yeah.
And they're taking folks for hundreds of thousands of dollars.
Yeah. And they fake people. They're calling from across seas, and you know, they're acting as if they're in love with you, and it's not even a real person. And remember, AI is really good with cloning voices now. And so you think, you know, you might be calling Bobby that you fell in love with. Well, meanwhile, Bobby is actually AI. You know? So you got to be very careful when it comes to things, because now AI is getting really good with the cloning of voices, voice cloning, right? And so there's actually a new product out there that consultants can sell to you that's called conversational AI. And so it's an AI application where if you're too busy and you can't answer the phones, the AI will do all of that for you, and it sounds real, so it don't sound robotic as if some AIs used to sound back in the day. So although conversational AI, when it comes to, you know, taking notes or getting information, is a great thing. It gives you the time back that you have been busy and answering phones, and it's a great thing. Remember, we love being easy and efficient. We love getting our time back. But sometimes when you do that, you cut corners and it tears you up every time. Yeah.
You know, speaking of you know, the voices, I was so proud of my dad the other day.
Shout out to Dad. Yeah. Dad is the truth.
Yeah, Mudflap. How you doing, Dad? So shout out to my dad, because I reached out to him, and I play with my dad sometimes, and I reached out to him, and I was asking him to do something for me. And I think he thought like the phone call I made to him was suspicious to him. And afterwards, he called me back next after the call, and he's like, if this is you, tell me what your favorite teacher in school's name was, right? And I tell him, I said, this is my favorite teacher. He goes, oh yeah, I recognize her name. He's like, okay, I just want to make sure that was you that just called me. And I'm like, for real, Dad? But then at the same time, I couldn't be mad at him because he was doing his due diligence. So, you know, we were talking earlier about, you know, passwords or safe words that we have. And I know that you have safe words and things for the family members.
That's right.
And I think that's important to do in this time, because when you can fake someone's voice, when you can get all their information, you know, people are saying that they're kidnapping your kids and they really haven't. Yeah. Then they ask you for money and they want you to send it on a gift card, and all these various scams that are out here. You know, if only these people use their talents for good. Yeah. Right? Like, if only you use your talents for good and not evil. Like, please come take the student loan debt. Please don't take my checking account.
How about that? Like, that's what I want AI or people to do. Like, you know, clear my debts. You know, do something constructive. Clear my debts from the bank or something like that. But yeah, pay attention to our elders. You know, our parents, our, you know, citizens of wisdom, as I call them. You know, they are one of the most vulnerable communities, because most of them always want to do right and they always want to help. And so if someone calls and sounds in distress, the first thought is to help them, especially if it's a loved one. Right. And so they prey on our elderly, they prey on our people of wisdom, and it's a shame. So look out for them, tell them some of the tips and tricks that's going on out there, and let them know that, Mom, I will never, ever have someone ask you for money. Right. If they will, this is the safe word, or this is what I would say if I really need you. And y'all need to really start having those conversations, which is funny because we didn't have those type of conversations before. Now you have to sit your family down and say, look, if something happens, this is what you do. Right. This is what, if someone call you and asks for this is what you do. The same thing with your children. You know, someone says, I'm coming to pick you up. You always say, like, yo, you know, Daddy ain't never going to send nobody to pick you up. You know, but you give them safe words. If they come pick you up, this is what you say. Ask them. If they don't say that, you stay far away from them. That's right. You know, so that type of thing. Yeah.
We're going to talk more. We're going to take a break. We're going to come back. We're going to talk more about how we can protect ourselves Because if someone wants to find you in this current moment, they can find you.
Yes, they can.
And as someone who leads a voting rights organization and we're doing voter registration, we come across people who are like, I don't want to give you the last four of my social. I don't want to give you this information.
That's right.
And our response to this is, if I want this information, I can find it.
That's right.
Right? There's really nothing I'm going to be able to do with the last four of your social that can't already be done, that somebody doesn't already have. So we're going to come right back. We're going to take a break, and we're going to come back and talk about how people are able to find out lots of information for you and that this internet is forever. All right, we'll be right back. You're watching Slingshot the Podcast. This is more than just a podcast. This is a movement to inspire and motivate and mobilize. This is for those whose voices have been unheard, misunderstood, undervalued, and underserved. We're going to talk about sports, culture, entertainment, and we're going to use this to build power in our communities. Welcome back. You're watching Slingshot the Podcast. Today's episode is entitled, Somebody's Watching Me, right? Somebody's watching me. Somebody is always watching you in this moment. There is a camera somewhere watching you. If it's not your laptop camera watching you, it's maybe something that you have in your house or the Ring camera you have outside of your house. You are being watched in this moment. And we are too easily giving up our information that allows folks to have access to all of our personal information. So I think this is a good reminder. We were talking earlier, last segment, about grown folks, right? And making sure we're reaching out to our parents, older, our grandparents and others to inform them about things that you are seeing yourself so that you can tell them, if you see this, please know this is not real.
Yeah.
Now let's talk about the kids, right? Because I am so glad we grew up in an age where we did not have smartphones.
No.
We did not really have the internet all like that. Al Gore didn't come up with the internet yet.
Yeah.
We didn't have the internet all like that yet. And so we were able to live life without it being publicized, televised, and being able to put on blast.
That's right.
And now everything is forever. Whatever you put on the internet, whatever you're typing into the Facebook,
It's
whatever
out
you're
there.
even texting, all the things that you're doing can be uncovered, recovered, and lives on forever.
That's
And
right.
you can pay whatever firm you want to clear out your records and things. The internet is forever.
Forever.
So, warning of the kids. You have a young one.
Mm-hmm.
How do you keep him off of, or keep him out of trouble and keep him from giving away all the family jewels?
Yeah, it's hard, because you have people preying on children, especially in their most vulnerable times, right? Kids, some of the kids' most vulnerable moments are when they're playing video games. Because they believe nothing is going to happen to them. They believe everything is okay because they're in their own ecosystem. There has been reports about Roblox and people preying on young kids and little girls when it comes to making them do certain things, anywhere from unaliving themselves, from getting money sent to them so they can meet strangers in certain places. I heard stories of kids hopping in the Uber, somebody pay, an Uber to go pick somebody up, and they take your child, and the child feels as if it's no big deal, so they're hearing something, and you become a friend. You got to remember, ladies and gentlemen, that kids are playing games all day long, and if they're talking to a person all day long, they have no more guardrails up anymore. They think, oh, this is a best friend. And you have people preying on that, and it's just unfortunate. And so keeping kids safe out of that is just really having those uncomfortable conversations and letting them know that nobody is your friend on there unless it's people that you pretty much go to school with, and they can potentially be a threat. Right. But you don't give out any information. So none of your phone information online, you give nothing online, period. Point blank in the story. It's no ifs and buts. If someone asks you for your information as you playing a game, it's wrong. Let them know it's wrong, and you don't give it out, period. Yeah. That's how you keep them safe, period.
And so the way you talk to your kids is somewhere like the way you need to talk to your parents and things right now,
sure
too.
Do, yep.
Yeah.
Yep. And keep it a bean with them, keeping them buck.
Yeah.
Be real transparent with them. Don't pull any punches. Be honest with them, period, because they can get hurt. Parents can... I've heard stories of parents' bank accounts being totally wiped out.
Yes.
Totally wiped out.
Generational wealth gone.
Gone. 100% gone, yeah.
And it's somewhere overseas in another country.
That part.
Yeah.
Put up your 2-factor authorizations, and make sure that you have to double authorize, and do all of the things that you hate to do.
Yeah.
All the things that you feel like it stops you from being fast with. So just put them all up. You need all of it.
Yeah.
All of it.
And if anyone wants to find you, they can find you.
They can find you.
Yeah. They can find you.
So everyone that's on the internet calling you racist names,
That's right.
they're looking at your IP address. I see it every time.
Yeah.
They find your IP address, know exactly who you are, where you are.
Yep.
So you can't even get away with that anymore.
I go back to season one of the early episodes where I told the story about the man who told me to go back to Africa.
Yeah.
And I put
it's a video of that. Make sure y'all look it up.
Go check that episode out. And I had a picture of this man. I sent it to some folks on Facebook, friends of mine on Facebook. And within 5 minutes, they told me who that man was.
Facebook is undefeated.
They told me who his dad was.
Undefeated.
They told me where he lives.
Undefeated.
Right? I didn't have to go to the cops or anybody. I just regular friends on social media who are good at this, and quickly found out who this man was, and only to find out that how dangerous this man was.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. And I love my hackers out there. I love people who do the research. That's why I love it, because they say the internet is undefeated. And when you try to get away with certain stuff, there's people out there, I call them my internet heroes.
Oh, yeah.
They got the capes on, and they will find who this person is.
That's right. Shout out to Tracy. Tracy, thank you for all the work that you do. I will send Tracy information, and she will uncover who this individual is
Shout out
within
to Tracy.
moments. So thank you,
Shout
Tracy.
out to Tracy.
All right, we're going to close up, but before we do, I want to talk about DNA tests.
23andMe.
23andMe, all the others that we are willing to put some little spit in the cup, give up the DNA, and uncover a world of things we had no idea. Some people I know out here are finding out they have siblings.
Yeah.
They're finding out who their real father is.
That's right.
I personally have never taken the 23andMe. My brother did. So at least I have an idea of where I am based upon my brother taking the 23andMe. I personally don't want to put all of my personal information out there.
Yeah, I know. That's one of those things. Your DNA is out there. I actually did. I didn't do 23andMe. It was another one, and that's when I found out that
Ancestry.com?
Yeah, it's not Ancestry. It's another one out there. But it's a African diaspora one. I forgot.
Yes.
I forgot the name of it, but apparently they don't keep your DNA. They find out your lineage, and then they destroy everything else. So that's a pretty good one. I said that I would do that. And they said that they're more accurate because it traces back your true kind of like ancestry,
tribe.
Your tribe, what tribe you come from, and give you a certificate. I feel like I'm promoting them. I'm not promoting them, because they're not donating or anything. But, it's these places they have your DNA, and you have to consider whether you want to give that up or not.
Yeah. And then if you have several family members who have all taken the test, then it starts to build a family tree for you.
Yeah. It's pretty cool.
Yeah. There's definitely some people out here that found out they had siblings. They had no idea.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah. All right. Well, I hope that we are walking away from today's episode and we are prepared to protect our loved ones, our family members, our children, our parents, our grandparents from all of these attempts to come at your information, collect your information, and do harm. Right? It's not like they're collecting this information and I'm not hearing about any good coming out of all this information being collected. Like, that would be a good thing. Like, what's the good coming out of all this information that you're all collecting? Otherwise it's just like, we're taking this information so I can jack up your grocery bills, right? Oh, you like to purchase this? Let me change the price of this grocery in this moment while you're in this store shopping. That's a thing. Yeah. If we're talking about legislation and things that need to happen to safeguard us and protect us from attempts to do harm, So everybody out there, please take a moment, reach out to your loved ones. If you are receiving text messages that are a scam, I bet you your family members are as well. Reach out to them and say, you know what, if you get something like this today, just ignore it. That's really what they need to hear.
Yeah, and I want if you have been preyed upon, fished, or something like, let us know in the comments. We want to hear if you got a spam call, if somebody said they was from a bank and you almost got caught up, but you found out that it was. Let us know how that happened. Let us know what to do. Let us know what you heard. Yeah,
Absolutely.
for sure.
We do want to hear from you.
Yep.
So thank you for joining us for this episode of Slingshot the Podcast, and we hope to see you again. Enjoy the rest of your day. I'm Kadita Kenner, and you're watching Slingshot the Podcast, the misunderstood voice, the culture's power.